What's your age?
I am 24.
And how tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
And in heels?
I'm in heels. Hell yeah. Why not?
But in heels, how tall are you?
6'4", probably. Well, yeah, 6'4".
Is dating easy as a tall girl?
No, it's incredible because you weed out all of the men that you don't even want to talk to in the first place.
How do you go about doing that?
You just walk into a bar and they're all below you and they immediately leave you alone. It's fabulous.
Sounds like a pretty lonely life to me.
No, it's great. It's been wonderful. No complaints.
So do you end up approaching guys more or?
No.
Okay.
I feel like you're when you're in like a certain level, you lock eyes above all the other heads. Yeah.
So why do so many men get intimidated by tall women?
I mean, I love a short king, not personally, but I love that for them. I feel like it's an intimidation thing because they have short man syndrome. So it's like, oh, she's taller, like, fuck her.
And that's what short man syndrome is.
Yeah, short man syndrome is when you feel insecure because you're shorter than a woman.
Okay. All right. But how tall do you want your guy to be ideally?
Oh, my boyfriend, love of my life, he is 6'4". That's perfect for me.
Okay. So you and him would be the same height now since you're in heels?
Probably pretty close, but he has better posture than I do, so he'd still probably be a little bit taller.
And how long have you been together?
5 years. Yeah.
Okay. How long you been together?
3 years?
3 years.
When you went on the first date, who paid for it?
Me.
He did the whole thing.
Okay. Is there any reason why you didn't pay the first time?
He offered. I did offer. I said, do you want to split it? What do you want to do? And he said, no, absolutely not. I would like to pay.
That's true. She did it, and she offers all the time. We all know it's cap, but you know, as I feel like still as a man, you know, you gotta provide. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay. Did he also plan the date?
Yes. Yep.
Is that a part of his role too as a man?
No, I don't think so. I think that we take turns. If he wants to plan something, he does. And if I want to plan something, we do. I don't think it really matters. We agree on things.
But in the last 3 years, would you say that most of the monetary investment has been on his part as the man?
Yes.
It's not even close.
I would say, yeah, I would say so.
So if he's invested in you as his partner the last 3 years as the man, where do you invest as a woman?
I would say he does more of the manly things and I do more of the woman things.
Yeah.
I take care of the house, I do the laundry.
She does.
You know, more of
She invests time.
Yeah.
But you're investing time as well?
Yeah, no, I am, but I have to say with her specifically, she does go above and beyond, guys. You want to find a girl like this, like she's working, so she's still making money and providing for herself, and she was, you know, waking up early, doing laundry, doing dishes, cleaning the place, like, so I could focus on making money and setting up our life.
Is there any way that this same relationship could work if the roles were reversed?
No.
For him and I specifically, I do not think so. I think that we like it the way that it's set up, but for other people, that could be completely different.
I disagree there.
Really?
Look, I think the dynamic of a man and woman's relationship, for the most part, like look, there are exceptions.
But it's set in stone.
It's not set in stone, right? What I'm saying is there are exceptions. There are exceptions for everything. Like you have 5 fingers, 5 fingers, 5 fingers. There are people that have 6, right? You know what I mean? But it's rare. I think that, you know, over time we've evolved to kind of like go into these gender roles, but I think they're there for a reason. And if you look at statistically, it doesn't matter what geographic region you're in. You're here in Miami, New York, you're in Russia, it doesn't matter. The man typically
Is the leader.
provides,
Yeah.
and the woman typically does a more supporting role.
What's your age?
19.
What do you look for in a guy?
I have a boyfriend, so I look for my boyfriend.
Do you think it would work with him long distance?
We're doing long distance, so yeah. I go to Miami, he lives in New Jersey, that's where I'm from.
What's your biggest challenge in a long distance relationship?
Trust and communication.
Where do the trust issues come up?
We have trust, it just took time because it was hard at first. Like going out and like him watching me go out, it's obviously difficult. Going out with different people, drinking, things like that.
Do you guys ever have like discussions about how you dress when you go out?
Occasionally we do have those conversations.
Give me an idea of what what happens? Or give me an idea of what's discussed.
Usually, he doesn't love sometimes my choice of outfits occasionally, so he just gets a little annoyed, and then we just talk it out, and it's fine.
Do you end up changing for him?
Yeah, if it's actually not really. Like sometimes, but if I'm already out, I can't really change,
So what doesn't he love about it?
Just if it's like too showy, but I've gotten past, like that doesn't usually happen that much, but sometimes.
What's your thought process when he's telling you, hey, I don't really like you wearing that?
Sometimes I get upset if I really like the outfit because I thought it was like super cute and I was excited to wear it. But other times, like I understand from his perspective, that it's obviously difficult for him to see me going out, so I understand.
How long have you been together?
This is actually
It's our first date.
It's our first date.
Interesting. Okay. So who planned it between the two of you?
It was like a mutual thing, I would
It's like a
say.
mutual thing.
Yeah.
Well, why'd you point at you?
Oh, you pointed at yourself?
I mean, it's just like,
Okay, yeah, I guess you would.
I think as a guy, you just have to like plan out like pretty much like at least the first date, At least just have like a basic standard of what's going on.
So you said we're meeting at Brickell at 8 p.m. on Saturday night, right here for drinks.
Pretty much, yeah. Or come to my place after you'll park there, and then from my place we go to Brickell, and then we just hang out.
A little different.
Yeah.
Do you think it would work if it was all the way around and you had to plan it?
I don't know, like, I feel like if the other person is showing interest, like the guy, I feel like it's a little gentleman-like just for them to plan it, right?
So since he planned it, is he also expected to pay for it?
No, I'm definitely like offering to pay either for myself or like pay for the next one, you know what I mean?
She did offer, which is pretty cool, but I think a guy should probably pay on the first date. First date, come on, like I absolutely think a guy should pay.
And under what circumstances would, the woman typically pay for the bill?
Sorry, what was that?
All right, here we go. And under what circumstances would the woman cover the bill?
Under what circumstances will the woman cover the bill? You want to answer that?
Probably like if they ask to be on a date, I guess, ask to hang out, or I don't know, I feel like anyone could pay. I don't think it has to be the guy the first date, even though it would be nice, but I think like I don't fully expect to not pay, if that makes sense.
She says that if the man is gonna ask you out to have dinner, but he really just wants to have sex, so no.
But why isn't it necessarily okay for a man to expect that if so many women do give it up on the first date?
Well, prostitutes do that on the first time. And women, sometimes they act so easy that men expect every woman is like that. But if you have morals and values, that's not something you would do. And the man the same. If he has morals and values, he would respect the woman.
So in your mind, sleeping with somebody on the first date is not respectable?
No, it's not, because you don't know the person whatsoever.
Yes, we need more time together. Yes.
But you don't think that a good, true, fruitful relationship can still grow from that?
Okay, you're a man. Once you get the goods, the chase is over. You're not chasing anything anymore. So what is it that you will want with that woman that you already tasted the ultimate prize? Like, she already gave it up. It's like, I don't think you guys are made to build a relationship after the woman is so easily with you. You are supposed to chase. Your nature, at least the majority of the history, is that men chase women, and that's just a nature thing.
But couldn't the same thing be said about a woman giving it up to a man on date 3 or 5 or 2 months in?
Well, women, we fall in love. We don't need... Women are made to love. Men are not.
What are men made to do?
Well, you see, your instincts are not to love, it's to satisfy yourself, right? But you need to work at falling in love as a man. Women, we don't have to work for that. We can fall in love very easy.
But don't you think that the more sex a man has with a woman, that leads to building a more intimate connection?
No, but a relationship has nothing to do with sex. Sex is part of it, of course, but you don't build a relationship out of sex.
What do you build it out of then?
Out of your connection, your thoughts, your admiration, your women, we need to admire men. We need to respect them. So we already fall in love very easy. But to admire you and respect you, that's the foundation of a relationship for a woman. But we can't do that if we go to bed with you right away. Like and you guys don't respect the woman either.
At 32, do you think you're just as desired now by men when you were 23 or 27?
I feel like now I'm living my prime years. I feel the best. I think I'm most beautiful now. And I feel like my head is more in the right place, you know. So I guess you try to ask me if like men likes more younger girls. You're going that way, right? Because yes, a lot of men prefer younger girls in a way, you know. But I feel like a real man will appreciate someone who has good values and mature.
Well, what advantages do you have over women who are younger?
You know, I'm very independent. It's like a curse and a blessing. I always do everything on my own. I start over my life like so many times. Like I moved from London to LA to Miami. So I feel like I'm very independent.
And do you want any kids?
Of course, yes.
Do you have any?
No, I don't.
So I mean, you're 32 now. When's the latest you expect?
I mean, I'm ready now, honestly. If I meet someone and he's ready to have a family with me and I see the same values he carries as I carry, I would say yes, of course. If he wants to have a family with me, I would ready to do that.
So how long into the relationship would you be like, all right, let's try?
I mean, obviously you have to get to know someone really well, you know. I feel like you don't really know somebody. You just meet them, you always you think like good things about him, but I feel like you need to really take your time, like at least 6 months just to get to know each other. And then from there you move together, and then next step, you know, you have like a kind of goals, you know, want a house together, things like that, you know. I feel like jump into just having kids straight away, doesn't work, you know. You kind of have to have step by step, like baby steps, you know.
How long have you been with your man?
5 years.
So let's say you went out together and a guy tried to approach you aggressively. How would you want him to handle it?
How would I want to and how he would handle it are two different things.
All right, let's hear yours and his.
I think it's hot if someone is fucking punching somebody.
So your man should assault
but he
him.
Wouldn't, because he cares too much about his reputation, which is a good thing, and he has self-control. So.
And you care less about his reputation.
No, I do care, but in the moment I'd be like, yeah, that's kind of, you know, punch that guy. But at the same time, he's usually back off, and he has a presence about him that makes people back off.
So why is it such a turn on to you for him to get physical with another man who's trying to, you know, assault you?
I don't know. I feel like it's because it's never happened to me. So I actually don't know. I feel like it's the unknown that's the fun part.
That's the fantasy.
Maybe.
How would you react if a girl was approaching him?
Most girls that approach him are a lot shorter than me. So I'm like, oh, hi. Nice to meet you. How's it going? So fun to meet you. Yeah, I don't know.
You feel superior to short women?
I don't say I'm superior, but if they're coming at my man, I'm like, oh, hi.
If a guy wanted to take you on a first date, where would you want to go?
I don't know, I'm kind of low maintenance. I'm cool with whatever, but if it was a dream first date, I feel like it would be cool to go jet skiing would be cool. Skydiving would be sick.
For a guy who you just met?
Yeah, I would go skydiving with anyone.
So, how much do you think that would cost?
A lot. I went skydiving before. That's why I'm that dream. Obviously, if it was someone I just met, I don't expect them to take me skydiving. Yeah. I'm cool with just a dinner and just hanging out. Or I think it would be cute to do a homemade dinner. like we made dinner together, I think that would be cute.
So if you were single, you met a guy and the guy was cool, and he said, "Hey, let's make tacos at my place."
Yeah, that'd be fun.
You'd be open to that?
I'd be open to that.
You don't think he's expecting something in return for you coming over?
He might be expecting it, but I wouldn't be reciprocating that, so.
What's something that's typically seen as unattractive in a woman that you find attractive?
Honestly, clinginess. I don't mind clinginess. If she's attractive and she's kind of clingy, I don't mind. And I know something that a lot of guys like get turned off about, but I don't think it's a big deal. I think that just means that she likes you.
You don't think that there's a difference between infatuation, obsession versus...
No, obsession is obsession is something way different. Obsession is just like, all right, like, who are you going out with tonight? Like this and that, like that's different, you know? It's like, can't have like a boys' night or whatever the hell, but I'm just talking about like just regular clinginess, I guess.
Showing you heavy interest.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for a man, what's something that's typically seen as a red flag that you find as a green flag?
I guess jealousy, but to an extent. Like if they're jealous at a certain level, it kind of just shows me that, okay, they care. You know what I mean? Like they care that they want me, I guess, and not like somebody else that wants me.
So if you wanted to leave the house, you know, kind of revealing, and he was
That's
like...
different. Okay, that's like to a level I don't really like.
Well, wouldn't he show you that he cares about you by wanting you to cover up more, though?
No.
No?
I think it's like, for jealousy, I think it'd be different if like another guy was hitting on me. But in terms of what I'm wearing, what I'm doing, that's a little, I think, out of line.
Have you ever been married before?
Yes.
She's married now.
Oh, so you're...
Ready?
How long?
Not too long, 4 years, but that was the way we started. We started with the mind connection.
Is there... So wait. Why do you think you ended up separating from your husband?
Cheater. Oops.
But do you think he loved that woman that he cheated on you with?
No, at all. You guys don't cheat because you love anyone. I just told you, you guys need to have attention from other women, and having sex has nothing to do with love whatsoever.
So if you understand that, why still separate from the man who you're married to?
I try to stick around. It's hard. As a woman, once you betray trust, there's really nothing left. It's very hard to. I forgave him, but it's really hard to forget and try to continue a relationship when you know that person betrayed you.
Would you have preferred, like, did he lie about it when you asked him about it and everything?
Yes, of course. Lying is the worst part. If you guys want to build serious relationships, don't lie. Women, we don't like liars.
So you would have preferred for him to fess up and then also... Well, would you have preferred for him to ask you if you could bring in another woman?
You know what? I would have said no, but yes, I would appreciate the truth.
So you've been with your man 5 years.
Yeah.
If he cheated on you, would you give him another shot?
No, I don't do cheating.
You don't think there's levels to it?
No. Cheating's a no for me.
So if he got another girl's number, you're out.
No, yeah, I'm out. Yeah, I don't do cheating. Not about that.
Just based off of the digits?
Yeah, no, there's no reason for that. No reason for anyone to have someone's phone number. I feel like that's just asking for problems, for trouble.
Is Instagram the same thing too?
I mean, I don't care who he follows on Instagram. That's not a big deal.
But you could communicate the same way. Call, video chat, everything.
I'm not insecure, so I don't really care. But
the number is the issue.
it wouldn't be an issue, but I just feel like, why, you know?
Right.
That's fine.
Okay. And you'd never take another guy's number?
No.
Not even a celebrity?
No.
So if Drake came down and he was like, yo, let's
hang out, let's have fun. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna take a picture, send a selfie to him. I don't care.
Okay. Who's your favorite celebrity?
I love Post Malone.
So if Post Malone came and
Yeah.
he says, you're invited to the party bus, but we're full, your boyfriend can't come. Are you going or not? Be honest.
Am I going? No. Would I have him like sign some part of my body so I can get it tattooed? Absolutely.
Where would you have him sign?
Anywhere.
So if you wanted to sign your boobs, you'd let him?
Not my boobs. I don't want anyone to see my boobs. If I let him sign, like, he can sign, I don't know. I don't
A
care.
hip
My hip? Sure.
or your butt?
Depends.